Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the channel, Matt with Green Bar Trading. So this video is going to be my week watch list. So every stock that I am looking at for the coming week is going to be shared with you guys. I see something very, very interesting in the charts, and I'm going to share that with you. Now, this is what I do on the weekends. I have my newspapers that I read, all really, really quality, fundamental type of newspapers. So, there's also the technicals, the Investors Business Daily. They do a great job on getting into the charts as well as the fundamentals. But it's good to know what is going on in the overall world, the overall economy, things going on with Delta, with the Treasury yield, with the Fed. All of this stuff is really good to know. And then you get into the charts, you look at the technicals, and you build a watch list. So this is what I have. And the whole theme, I think, of my watch list for this week is the reopening stocks that have gotten absolutely crushed. I mean, some of these stocks are down so much. We all know there's been a lot of rotation in different sectors at different times. When the financials and the banks are down, the tech stocks are back to being up. Sometimes when the EVs are ripping, other things aren't. Airlines and cruise lines are doing really well, and then they're not. Well, I'm going to be looking at a lot of stocks that have not been doing well, that maybe we can get at a very good price. These are more of the value type of stocks. The tech stocks have been really killing it. Now, I like to try. It's very hard to do, but I like to try to buy things or swing trade things that people don't currently want. And that is so hard for most people to do when they see these stocks, these quality companies with just big red bars instead of the beautiful buying and the all-time highs and the breakouts. Well, let's try to get those before they happen, and let's ride that, new batch of buying, the potential of that new batch of buying. Let's get in at good prices instead of chasing things when the moves are already almost over. So that is going to be the theme of this current watch list and the stocks that I'm watching. Now, this, the diamonds here, the DIA, this is the ETF for the Dow Jones Industrial Average. This is, what I would look to gauge the value stocks, the rotation, possibly back into those stocks, the airlines, the cruise lines, like all these stocks that have gotten crushed, all the automakers, and just a lot of those type of stocks. So anyway, the casinos and stuff, Vegas, stuff like that. So this is the Dow, and this is the past year of trading on the Dow. You can see here we're in a very clear channel. So now I'm just going to go this year. The start of this year, January until right now. just going to pull this down. So you can see we are currently bouncing off of this bottom trend line, the bottom of the channel. That is when you want to be buying the stocks that represent this ETF. So those value type of stocks are, the industrials, even, some of those infrastructure plays. This is where you want to be getting in. Now, you can see price here, it bounced very clearly off of this trend line. And it also bounced off of the 50 moving average. Very bullish. Now we're approaching this resistance area. Very clear resistance. If the diamonds can get over this level and hold the level, I think that we can get to breaking, to all-time highs on the diamonds. And not only that, I think there's room all the way up to the top of this channel, which is over 370 on the diamonds. Now, the stocks that might get a boost if the Dow starts to rip again, which, technically speaking, we are setting up for that. So the stocks that I'm looking at, way oversold, way oversold on the RSI. These are good deals. So Ford had one of these, hammer type of candles. It's a bullish hammer. They had another one up here, and you can see that price ripped up after that. It's not the best candle. It could have been better, but it did bounce percentage-wise a pretty decent amount before it closed. So Ford has been absolutely beaten up. I actually can't even believe how much off its high this is. This shows that it could be a buying opportunity, but you could have said that a million times already. So, you do have to get into these things realizing that it hasn't proven itself yet. It could still very much sell off. There's support that I would say is down in this area. Now, there's also the 200 moving average that could be support. So there is still, a way down. There really is still a way down. But I think if the diamonds can get going, it could bring this stock with it. You just have to, monitor and wait and see, will it come down? Because a lot of times price likes to gravitate like a magnet towards these key levels before the buying starts to come back in. It could happen, or it could happen, before that. Just something to keep on the watch. GM, another one. Look at this RSI. Look at how low that is. We haven't seen an RSI that low on GM in a very, very long time. Now, I have support at 46.71 here. We're not that far off of it. We did sell off a little after hours due to some things, but I still think that, this is a very, very good company. And whoops. And as it was going up like a rocket ship right here, from 40 to 64, there was a lot of FOMO, wanting to get in and ride that, was definitely real. Now, as it pulls back, when are you going to be a buyer? Everybody's always so scared to buy when nobody else wants it. But that is when you can make the most profit, is to get great companies at a discount. And this is a good price. So the reason why I have 46.71 is, going back a couple of years, this seems to be an area of support that was resistance before. So, that could be an area that it bounces off of. Who knows? It then will have a lot of resistance above it. But, a lot of selling has already happened with this stock. So if the diamonds can get going, that reopening could get going, maybe these will start to pick up. American Airlines is another one. The reopening play. We had this up at $26. It is now down into the 18s. Just totally nuts. Can't even believe we're seeing prices like this again. Obviously, it's because of the delta and the rotation out of value and back into some of the tech stocks. The 10-year treasury has been tanking. So a lot of times when you see that, they're going to go back into tech. Well, we are hitting a very clear support here at 1825, and we bounced off of it. This is going to be something that you may want to keep on watch, as it has bounced before at that level. Another one is Citibank. This is still on a trend line. It's a stock that is trading so cheap, and it did bounce off of the 50-day moving average. I really like this company because they make so much money. And if the 10-year yield ever goes up, that is going to be great news for the banks. So it pulled back here. Do you want to get in and ride the wave to, over 80? Well, that's yet to be seen, but it could definitely happen. And especially if the 10-year and the reopening, right? Let's say Delta does not turn out to be long lasting. There's a chance that, all of these stocks are really, really good deals. Just going to have to keep an eye on them. MGM, another one, well off its highs. Caesars, another one that, has potential here. It's trading kind of in a little channel. Penn is another one. It's at support. This thing was at $142 in March. It has now gone down, quick math, what is that? Over 100%. Amazing. Just amazing, amazing pullbacks. So if we do this, it's down 125%. When do you want a good deal? This is just crazy. You have a support here. You can always take a swing trade and then be out if it breaks this support. It has, basically held up this big move, has seen buyers here. So, this is a company that makes money. They do have physical casinos as well as Barstool, sportsbook. It could be a good play going into the NFL season as well. These are all stocks that are going to be on my watch list. Another one is Simon Property Group. This is a stock that they own a lot of mall property. The malls have restaurants in them. They have the big reopening play in them. It has hit support. The last 4 days, 126 has acted as support. 136 is where the resistance was. This stock is so far off its pre-pandemic levels still, that it definitely has potential. If we can see the diamonds continue that uptrend here that we have been in all year long, this channel, it bounced off the trend line. If this can continue, there is no reason to think that those stocks on the watch list shouldn't be decent, swing trade ideas. So those are the stocks on my watch list. I will be looking at those very clear, very much this week, and not just this week, but I want to see the overall market and how we move forward. So I hope that you guys enjoyed this Sunday, video for the upcoming week and my watch list. And if you did, hit the thumbs up for it. And if you're new, subscribe to the channel. And we have a Discord group, a great one. It's free. It's linked in the description. Come on in and join and see what you're missing. So that's it. I'll see you guys on the next one. Take care.